Just your thoughts on that main event. What did you make of it? The right winner in your opinion?
I believe so. I believe the right winner for sure. Look, it could either win a draw or Bivol. And I'm happy with the decision. And I look forward to seeing His Excellency see.
With the statistic, yes, me, but I don't think so too.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
You're being humble, man.
Because I'm lucky. It's all because.
Get a challenge.
Yeah. We're ready to fight whoever. We're ready.
And how do you think? Is this the first time in Riyadh?
I think it's gonna be
I have to ask about yourself. He talks about Alcatraz.
Yes.
Are we going to see you headlining in Alcatraz?
Absolutely. Definitely in talks of Alcatraz.
Do you hope to fight
You know what though? It's an honor. I'm grateful. Put myself in this position, and now we're just here to take over.
You still want to
For me, Beterbiev Bivol, the rematch, what a great fight that is in Saudi. How do you see that playing out, Sal?
It's gonna be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters and
Do you see yourself fighting a light heavyweight again?
Do you feel comfortable?
Maybe.
Follow doctor.
Beterbiev and Bivol will clash again for the undisputed light heavyweight title on February 22 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Their rematch comes just 4 months after Beterbiev edged out Bivol via majority decision in a tightly contested fight, becoming the first undisputed 175-pound champion in over 2 decades. Some fans felt Bivol deserved the win, fueling anticipation for another razor-thin battle. With high stakes and unfinished business, this rematch promises to settle the debate once and for all.
And Benavidez, who do you think is the biggest challenge for you?
oh, Beterbiev.
Beterbiev?
Yeah,
Why is that?
of course. Because he's a champion. He has something to offer me.
Unified super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez shared his thoughts on the upcoming Beterbiev versus Bivol fight while speaking to Fight Hub TV, admitting he finds it tough to pick a winner. It's going to be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters, he said. Canelo is no stranger to the 175-pound division. In November 2019, he moved up to defeat Sergey Kovalev for the WBO light heavyweight title. However, in May 2022, He returned to challenge Dmitry Bivol for the WBA title, but suffered a unanimous decision loss. Despite currently holding the WBC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight titles, Canelo didn't rule out another move to light heavyweight when asked about a potential return to the division.
Bivol maybe, just to get the rematch. Bivol maybe.
Bivol is one of the guys.
If Canelo moves back to light heavyweight, a rematch with Bivol could be on the table, he hinted. Meanwhile, David Benavidez shared his prediction for the Beterbiev vs. Bivol rematch. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, he said, "To be honest, I'd pick Bivol because he already beat Canelo." Benavidez added that if he defeats Bivol, it would further prove he's the better fighter than Canelo.
To break this wall, I was throwing it to target, because with guys like him, if you're trying to break the wall, you could be catching the trap.
Benavidez continued, "I know Dmitry Bivol really well. I sparred with him a lot. He's a great fighter, and we've had some great sessions. So I'd definitely love to fight him." If Benavidez were to defeat Bivol in the future, it might finally entice Canelo to face him. In a separate interview with Jim Lampley, the 28-year-old claimed that a fight against Canelo would actually be easier than one against Bivol.
I'm honest with you, the only thing that the Canelo fight brings to me is money. You know, it's not all about money. I want the respect from the fans. I know a fight with Canelo Alvarez is way easier than Bivol, because Bivol is the one that beat Canelo Alvarez. So
the only thing a Canelo fight brings me is money. Benavidez said, "I know fighting Canelo is way easier than Bivol because Bivol already beat him." He added that Beterbiev is aging and trains heavily with weights, which might be slowing him down.
you know, that's what I'm more interested in. I'm interested in going up there, winning all the titles, and winning the respect from the people.
Did you score Bivol won?
I thought Bivol won.
His chances of beating Bivol are getting slimmer and slimmer, but at the end of the day, I don't want to speak on what those men can and can't do. Benavidez said, speaking to Shazad, the newly crowned WBC interim light heavyweight champion, and first in line for the winner. Benavidez analyzed the fight based on his experience sparring Bivol and facing former Bivol opponent Alexander Gvozdyk.
He's a great boxer and he has punching power. And then Beterbiev, I think he's a little bit older. You know, I think his body's breaking down a little bit. He works really hard. I don't take nothing away from him, but he does a lot of weights. And in boxing, when you do too much weights,
In a surprising twist, Bivol, who has just one stoppage in his last 10 fights, discussed his approach. They're both extremely talented, but very different fighters. Bivol is a boxer. He moves a lot, but stays solid. Beterbiev is like a train. He just keeps coming, taking shots to land his own.
I think he's a little bit older. You know, I think his body's breaking down a little bit. He works really hard. I don't take nothing away from him, but he does a lot of weights. And in boxing, when you do too much weights like that, that's when you start to break down more. So I'm leaning a little bit more.
For this fight, I see Bivol having the power to hurt Beterbiev because we've seen Beterbiev hurt before, like against Alexander Gvozdyk. Benavidez said, "I sparred both, and Bivol hits harder than Gvozdyk." Benavidez believes it will be an interesting fight. If Bivol stays on his feet all night and stands his ground in exchanges, he has a really good chance of winning. But once Beterbiev gets his engine going, that guy is a train. He's got, 19 fights, 19 knockouts. It's 50-50. A great fight. Benavidez, who boasts an undefeated record of 30 wins with 24 knockouts, reminded the boxing world why he's one of the most feared pound-for-pound punchers by defeating David Morrell via unanimous decision on February 1.
I think so. He has the ability to do it. You know, Beterbiev is a really strong fighter. It's going to be hard, but he can do it.